Hey guys, so this is going to be a pretty quick video. I'm working on this Pioneer SX9000 I've had for a while now. I actually already replaced the main filter cap with a filter cap of the same capacitance and voltage, but after rebuilding this thing, I wanted to increase the capacitance of the filter cap because I don't like how the lights are dimming during some passages with heavy bass and whatnot. I already upgraded the rectifiers inside so it can handle the additional inrush current. So I'm going to be swapping this guy out for a slightly larger diameter capacitor. So in this video I will show you how I 3D printed these capacitor adapters and how you can make your own very easily. Alright, so there's a few pieces of data we need to gather before we get started. The first thing is we need to know the diameter of the original capacitor, which is 50 millimeters. We need to know the diameter of the new capacitor, which is 40 millimeters. And then we need to know the height of the clamp. In this case, we're at 20 millimeters, and we are going to punch that into our program here in a moment. Okay, so there's a few things we're going to need to do. The first thing is you're going to need to download and install OpenSCAD. You can get that at openscad.org. It's available for Mac, Windows, Linux, and even some other platforms. Once that's done, you're going to want to open it up and paste this code in there. I will share that in the description of the video or maybe a link to a GitHub. And then once you do that, you only really have to worry about these top three variables. You want the diameter of the old capacitor, the diameter of the new capacitor, the height of the clamp, and this last variable called slot. What that is that I added a slot to the spacer because I find that the diameters on capacitors vary a decent amount from the manufacturer's spec. So if you were to make this ring solid, you know, some capacitors might be too loose, other ones might not fit at all. So that was a nice way of doing that. It's set to 2 millimeters here, which should be good for most things. If you want a little more room, I actually used to do it at 5. The original one is 5. You can kind of see it at the beginning of the video, but I'm closing the gap up a little bit here. What you'll want to do is you'll then go to Design and then Render. It'll redraw the preview here in a bit more detail, and then you can go File, Export, File, Export as STL. Save the file somewhere, and then go and open it up in your slicer, and go ahead and print it. And there it is. And I'll be back in a few minutes with the completed print. Alright, well here it is fresh off the printer. Look at that, isn't that just perfect? Let's see, here's our cap, slide it on, line the bottom up flush, put it in your clamp, tighten your clamp down. Look at that, absolutely perfect, looks factory. Now, I'm sure someone out there can make a better design. They can probably make one that prints faster or uses less material, and by all means, if you can, please do and share the design. I'd say one of the other design requirements I wanted for this was I wanted the top to be closed off. I saw some other designs where there were kind of like T-shaped things here where you could see through it, but I don't want anything falling down in there, just like the original. I don't want any dust or dirt or anything coming through the cover, so for me this works perfect. And there it is installed. There's a look at the bottom side. I haven't soldered the leads on yet, but that'll work nice. I like these Chemet caps, how they have a few extra terminals. And here's a view of the bottom of the SX9000. I didn't record any of this while I was working on it, but what I might do is go through and make a review video talking about what I did and what type of components I used in the different positions and boards. I still have some more work to do. I haven't rebuilt the tuner components on the top side, and this thing needs the dial string redone, which I've actually never done before, so that looks like a whole lot of fun. That's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching.